Hello and welcome to the Coaches Show. Here on Hornet Radio, I am Ryan Osborne, and coming up, we've got Men's Basketball Media Day, interviews, highlights, and more right here on the Coaches Show. Anthony, you look at last year versus this year. Last year has an unfortunate end, but the journey you guys had getting all the way to that state championship was something that can't be understated. What's the biggest thing that you learned from last year going into this year?
Biggest thing will be just to stay consistent every day. You know, you're going to have ups and downs throughout the season, but it's okay. It's good that you just show up every day, just work hard and just stay consistent.
That consistency is something that Fullerton College is known for, making sure that you guys go out and work hard, you're good at the defensive side of the floor, and if you can transition that into offense, you have the chance to. Is that kind of fitting to what your game is?
Yes, I'm a defensive guy. I pride myself on the defensive end. So I know that when my defense is going good, that's allowing me to go on the other end and play offense. So that's going to just contribute to my offensive game.
Legacy is huge here at Fullerton College from not only the current athletes, but also the alumni. What legacy would you like to leave at Fullerton?
I would just like to leave a legacy of just that guy always works hard. He always shows up with the right attitude every day and just does whatever the team needs him to do.
When you look at the other guys on this team, a lot of new guys, 4 returners in total from a team that last year went to a state final. How do you gain chemistry with guys that you may have never met before this last training camp?
I say just always try to lead by example. Like, we have a lot of high school guys coming in, and they might not always know what it takes at this level to just be successful. So I would say just being a good example for those guys and just showing them the way and just leading.
Has there been anyone in your life in basketball that has kind of set an example for you that you can look at and say, this is how I can be a leader because I saw this person do it?
I say my first year when I got here, a sophomore, RJ Banks, I would say he helped me a lot because he was just such a great leader and just a good vocal person, and he just always led by example. So I could have just followed that.
Now, I know it's still new to the season, or at least this season is still young, but sometimes guys just have better shoe styles and shoe game than others, and you know it immediately. So far on this team, who do you feel has the best style?
Has the best shoe game?
Yep.
I'll say probably Jakari does, probably. I would say.
Sounds good.
He got a lot of shoes, man, so that's the guy for it.
Are you a big shoe guy?
I'm a shoe guy, but I don't got a lot as most of the guys, but I like shoes, of course.
Gotcha. Braden, you look at last year versus this year, of course, you're going to have a lot of different guys, which means a different chemistry and different theme to each team. How would you compare last year to the start of training camp and the start of the season this year?
Last year, a lot of the guys were older. I think this year we got a lot of younger guys closer to our own ages, so we're a lot closer in age, so we can be better friends. We've been a lot closer as a group. We're very tight. But in the sense of changes, I think this group this year is a lot more talented than the group we had last year. Although last year's group was bigger, I think with this year we have a lot more versatility and utility. We have a lot of chances to play very fast and get up and down the court, compared to having to slow the game down a little more and play big inside.
When you look at the OEC, you mentioned versatility. How does your game fit into that versatile and skilled lineup?
My game specifically?
Yes.
I would say my game fits in the fact that I'm not really a true center. I'm not a true 5. I'm more of a 4. But that doesn't mean I can't go down and play the 5. But I also am at a great advantage with my speed and athleticism to be able to run the bigger guys up and down the court. Or even with this group in general, we have a lot of guys who are 6'5", long arms, athletic. We can play a lot of switching. We can play a lot of 5 out. We can shoot the ball really well. It's just, there's nothing we struggle at.
You mentioned your position. More of a 4 rather than a 5, but you have the ability to be able to go to both positions. I've heard from a lot of different power forwards or stretch 4s, stretch 5s who have, we'll say, a pocket they really like to be in, but they can't really stretch outside of that. Would you describe yourself as not only just an inside defender, but also can get up to the perimeter in case you do have someone who is more athletic?
Absolutely. I pride myself on being able to defend on the perimeter and interior. I think if you can't play defense, you can't be on the court. So being able to guard all 5 positions at my size is very crucial to getting where I want to get in basketball.
You come to Fullerton College, there are plenty of programs across the nation in Southern California that you could have gone to. You chose the Fullerton College Hornets. What was the biggest reason why?
Honestly, the biggest reason was Perry Webster and the culture. I mean, there's nothing like it at Fullerton. We get in every day and we work harder than everybody else. I think there's not a team in California and quite frankly in the country that works as hard as Fullerton does every day.
When you look at the uniforms you guys wear, you got the whites with royal blues on right now, the homes on right now, but there's a lot of different styles of uniforms across not just the OEC, but also California. When it comes to you guys specifically, what's your favorite uniform to wear for Fullerton?
I think my favorite uniform has to be this blue with the white. I think there's just so many good memories in it from last year. And I think the history of it with all the great players that came before me that have worn the same jersey, these same colors, I think it's just an honor to be able to wear these colors in this jersey.
The legacy of Fullerton College is something that has been talked about, especially with the basketball program, for years, dating all the way back to the 30s. Now you get a chance to add to that. When you finish up your time here at Fullerton, now that you are a leader here in your second year, what would you like to be able to look back on and say, that was my legacy at Fullerton College?
I just want people to know that how hard of a worker I was, how much the game really means to me. Like, I really do love basketball with my whole heart. There's nothing I'd rather do. I could be just going to school, I could not, but there's nothing I'd rather do than be in a Fullerton jersey and play for Perry Webster.
Kyrie, one thing we've talked to with your last three teammates has been legacy here at Fullerton. Obviously, the alumni in this program has a legacy across Southern California. Was that a big reason why you came to Fullerton College specifically last year?
For sure, yeah. Well, I actually came 2 years ago, my first year at Glacier, then last year I played. But yeah, for sure, the teammates around here were like brothers, and the coaches, we're really like a tight family, to be honest, and I really like it around here. Yeah.
Lots of new guys on this team.
Yeah.
You're one of 4 returners. You mentioned that you have a lot of new guys who you do have to meet very quickly, have to gain chemistry very quickly, whether it be on the court, in the classroom, study halls, etc. How do you do that when you may not have known this person ever before 3 to 4 weeks ago?
Well, we all started in April and then into summer. So we're all alike in a similar way because we play basketball our whole lives, and we're at the same place for a reason. And to be honest, it's truly a blessing to be able to play this game at a higher level than high school and to connect with the guys. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
You see the smile on your face when you talk about the honor of being able to play beyond high school, especially when you get the opportunity to continue your education, get an opportunity to go to the next level. What does basketball mean to you?
Honestly, it means everything. I've been playing since I was a little kid, about that high, to be honest. And I really don't know where I would be without it, to be honest. Yeah.
Growing up, playing basketball, loving the game of basketball, being able to have the opportunity to play it now at the collegiate level. Has there been any one person or a couple people who you can look to and say, you know what, without them, my basketball career wouldn't be where it is?
I would say for sure my parents to start, and the coaches, they're just the best. Like, I couldn't ask for a much better coaching staff, and they just show so much support. My family shows so much support, and I really appreciate it.
When you look at this Fullerton College team coming up, how would you describe the skill set of this team going into 2025-26?
I feel like we have a pretty dynamic team, and there's a lot of upside as far as like potential, and I'm really looking forward to going through trials and tribulations with these guys, and just trying to win it all, get another banner up there.
So we do want to thank the men's basketball program here at Fullerton College for allowing us to be here at Media Day and giving us the opportunity to learn more about these student athletes. Now, they do have a little bit of a road trip coming up against College of the Sequoias, and just like they break up in the background, Fullerton College is going to break away from Southern California, go up to the Northern, and have their chance to play against some of the best teams in California, teams that made it to the state championships and also the semifinals as well. Until next time, you've been watching The Coaches Show here on Hornet Radio.